Who's running on in the middle, and over on the inside, Mayura hard-ridden, followed further back behind them by Zen Fei Hawaiian Blue. Unconquered grabs Conceited Man at the top of the straight and went to the lead. Top Banner in third placing, followed by Windy Minx, and then out wide Iridescence running on. Top Banner gets up on the outside of Unconquered at the 200-metre mark. Windy Minx and Iridescence are joining in. Conceited Man won't run a place. Top Banner puts the head in front of Unconquered. Windy Minx joining in out wide with Iridescence. Unconquered and Top Banner, Unconquered. Unconquered does best and wins. Unconquered came again after being headed and won the St. Leger narrowly, I believe, from Top Banner. There's not much in it, though.
Well, I don't think you could possibly pick a better name for a horse than that, Unconquered. Now we go to Sandown. The race is the Stratford Handicap, and 49-year-old Midge Didham has his last ride in a race on a horse called Glen Moriston. Let's see what happened.
Moriston raced to the lead. 300 out. Can he win it at his last ride? Glen Moriston in front from Richborg. Then Burano, Ranger's Son, followed by Lord Gruamach and Green Talk. Glen Moriston in front. Didham nursing him. Now he goes for the whip. Glen Moriston drew a length clear. Ranger's Son coming after him. But Midge Didham's going to win at his last ride. And Glen Moriston goes on to win 2 lengths to Ranger's Son. Lord Gruamach third, followed by Burano and Richborg.
Good on you, Midge Didham, the man who won a Melbourne Cup on Baghdad Note and 2 Caulfield Cups on Ming Dynasty and Silver Bounty, now to become a trainer. OK, we go to Brisbane now, and the big 3-year-old classic is coming up, and boy, does Prince Frolic make them look ordinary.
Off the rails. Wonder Pay goes yarn from Mr. Merrymaker. Prince Frolic next to the outside. Then Prince Bourbon, King Randell, Marshall Air, Tristina, and last is Quistador. It's on for young and old, 500 out. And the leader, True Show from Bankcoin, and Canterbury Belle's gone up 3 deep to join those. Ballyman's Boy on the fence behind those. Pay goes yarn into the picture. Prince Frolic will be forced to go about 6 and 7 deep on the turn as they wheel into the straight. Canterbury Belle went to the lead from True Show. Dittman wound up Prince Frolic on the outside, and he immediately pounced. Look at him go. 250 to go on the Champ has shot to the lead. It's all over. Prince Frolic 2, 3 lengths Canterbury Belle, Mr. Merrymaker, Ballyman's Boy and Pago's Yarn. But Dittman's treating these without a contempt. He's standing up and looking behind. He's walked over the line. Prince Frolic, he's won by 4 lengths. Canterbury Belle is second. Listen to the applause from the crowd.
Geez, a good horse, Prince Frolic, ridden by Mick Dittman, and rumour has it that he might be switched back in distance now to run in the Big Elders Handicap on the 8th of June, coming back from 2,000 metres yesterday. Mike, very quickly, our great mate and a great ornament to racing in Australia, Jack Thompson, announced his retirement yesterday at 62 years of age. Naturally, we'll be paying a lengthy tribute to Jack in the next few weeks on this program. But for now, Tomo, on behalf of the racing world, well done, mate. Congratulations on a superb contribution to the sport of thoroughbred racing in this country. What a man.
You're so right. He's always been a lovely fella to me too. Good on you, Jack. Okie doke. Thanks, Gail, for being with us again.
Thanks, Mike. I'm putting the Clydesdales into a bit of training now for you for next year.
Get them fit enough for us.
That's right.
All right, stay with us. We'll be back.
The clash of the 2-year-olds this year. A lot of people thought the New Zealander All Glory was a shade unlucky in finishing 4th, and their return clash in the Castlemaine tomorrow week at Eagle Farm is going to be a great race. It's a $205,000 race, and it's been one of the really great guides to the spring racing in recent years. So just mark that down on the calendar. Brisbane Cup Day, Eagle Farm, tomorrow week. First event at Eagle Farm yesterday went to Alinjabon, beautifully ridden by Ken Russell. He's actually running 5th at this stage in the whitish colours, and he just outstays Veet Miel.
Veet Miel, followed by Startwell King, Mont Eagle, Noble Suva, then Winning Design, Mammotus, York Street and Hale Cherie. Heading towards the home turn, 450 metres out. Gasparine will straighten up almost a length in front of Sports Spot. My Blue Ensign still there, handy, third on the rails. Alinjabon and No Vanity to the outside. Veet Miel pulled out wide, starting her run, and then Startwell King and Mammotus. 300 metres left to go. Gasparina half length in front. Sports Spot trying hard. My Blue Ensign trying to work into the clear. Alinjabon, Veet Miel and No Vanity on the outside. Veet Miel's coming home strongly. She's loomed up with Alinjabon to tackle Gasparine. It's Veet Miel and Alinjabon. They're going to fight it out. Alinjabon kicks again on the inside. Alinjabon's just in front of Veet Miel. They hit the line. Alinjabon's won it by a neck. Alinjabon first, Veet Miel second. Winning Design got third in front of...
Well, Neil Williams is never a young gentleman to curse or swear, but he was talking under his breath after the first, and he was second on Veet Miel, but he was all smiles after the second when he atoned on La Benatar to keep the punters happy here. La Benatar at short odds looked in some trouble near the line, but kicked strongly to defeat Belle Conda.
And the leader, Our Rosalie, 3/4 of a length in front of La Benatar. Williams is making his move now. She was able to squeeze off the rails there, and she's loomed up very quickly on the outside of Our Rosalie to contest the lead as they run onto the bend. King Shabbat a length away third. Muted fourth on the inside, and then Tiger Joy followed by Zing Zama Zephyr out very wide on the turn into the straight. Flattening for the run in now, 350 metres left to go, and Williams takes the favourite to the lead. He's pushing her along hands and heels. She's about a length in front, La Benatar. King Shabbat battling on fairly well. Belle Conda's running on gamely. Our Rosalie muted looking for the way clear, and Zama Zephyr's running on strongly on the outside. He's flat to the boards now on the favourite, La Benatar. Belle Conda's a bit of a danger on the outside. He pulls the whip on La Benatar. She's just in front. Belle Conda's coming at her now. La Benatar, she's fighting on. She kicks up that little bit at the end, and she's able to win it. It's La Benatar first. La Benatar has beaten Belle Conda, and it's tight for third. They're all over the track. Zama's...
Well, that was a very close finish to the second event, but not so the third, where Madame Briar bolts in. She's a very, very promising filly. She's going to be nominated for the Rothmans 100,000. And while that's a big class rise, she certainly won't be disgraced in a race like that. Here she defeats Yeltsin Lad and Dining Out. Madame Briar just going to the lead now.
Just behind them, Alinjabon and Java, then Jurisdiction, Captain Cormorant, Carnarvon Bridge, followed by How to Blush, and then Yeltsin Lad, Cabaret Kingdom, Granite Princess, then Parnassus. Well back in the field is Montpellier Prince with Folkestone Bay, Red Shirt, Dining Out, Stainzar, and Calm Gent. Madame Briar raced to the front on the home turn, 450 metres to go, and she kicked right away from them. Madame Briar 2 lengths in front of Freckles Brown, 3 lengths to Pride of the Town, then Java. Jurisdiction to the outside, running on fairly well, then Alinjabon, Dining Out, and Carnarvon Bridge. But Madame Briar, she's got a long lead, 250 metres to go. Watson riding her along. She's 4 lengths in front of Jurisdiction, Freckles Brown. Yolson Lad Dining Out, making up ground, but she's run the right off their legs. Look at her go the last little bit, Madame Briar. She's about 4 lengths in front of Yolson Lad and Jurisdiction, and he's right down on the pace. She wins by 3 lengths. Madame Briar first, Yolson Lad second, tight third, maybe Dining Out just...
Smart filly, Madame Briar, and good to see Graham Watson back in the winning list. Then came the Sires Produce Stakes, and True Version. He didn't win by a big margin, but a very impressive performance because he was trapped wide, and he defeated Wonga Prince. Now, the grey, second last there, is All Glory. He does well to finish fourth.
Swift Chevelle is showing plenty of speed early, and Ras Flyer going fast with Roman Fantasy. My Brown Princess is settling about fourth on the inside of Excitable Lady, and Sierra Sanders up nice and handy. Wonga Prince for Papa, and Abby Jarrah a bit wide. True Version is midfield on settling down, followed by On Our Selection, Passata. Getting well back is Dream Lodge. All Glory now starting to go forward on the outside of Dream Lodge. Farastan can't go the pace early. He's drifting well back with Swiftly Roman. Tristram's Edition, Swiftport well back in the field, and Beau Zephyr's last. Heading down the side, 800 metres to go. Bit of a Lark is joined by Wonga Prince. Wonga Prince a neck in front of Bit of a Lark. Ras Flyers a length and a half away third. Roman Fantasy a neck back fourth on the rails, followed then by Abby Jarrah for Papa. Over on the inside, Swift Chevelle, and then Passata. Trouble back in the field. Dream Lodge just copped a check. True Version midfield at the moment, starting a run on the outside, followed by All Glory and then Sierra Sanders. They straighten up, 450 metres left to go, and Dittman now takes Wonga Prince to a clear lead. He kicked away from them. He's a length and a half in front. Ras Flyer running on gamely on the outside, then Abby Jarrah. True Version has now popped the big question. He's coming home strongly, then Roman Fantasy, All Glory, and then for Papa. Wonga Prince just in front. Ras Flyer having a go at him on the outside, and here comes True Version. He's flying home on the outside, True Version. Wonga Prince is just in front. Slowly but surely, it's True Version picking him up. I think he's going to get there. They hit it. He's won it. True Version beat him, I think. I think he's won it by a half head. True Version first, Wonga Prince second. All Glory and Ras Flyer in a photo for...
He's a class colt, True Version, and I think he'll still run the favourite in the Castlemaine, although there's plenty of going to be plenty of support for All Glory, the New Zealander. I'll get it out. Yes, this is the slow-mo of the final 200 metres. Very difficult with people jeering in the background. And it's Wonga Prince just leading at this stage. Ras Flyer had chased after him valiantly, and here comes True Version. Hall forced to go for the whip in vigorous style. True Version... a great racehorse. He knew where the winning post was. He got his head in front of Wonga Prince at the right time, and that's All Glory in fourth place, the grey, running on strongly late, and another good run came from Dream Lodge in the yellowish colours out a little bit on the track. So some good Castlemaine trials there, but I think none better than True Version. All Glory was ridden by the New Zealand jockey Peter Johnson, and we spoke to Peter just after the race to see just how he felt All Glory had handled the race.
No, they just sort of run him off his feet early, and he didn't get a too bad a run. I followed True Version right through the field, and I was right on True Version hammer as they straightened. And then True Version just sort of kicked a little bit quicker than I did. I just took a while to wind up. But over the final stages, I was finishing better than anything else.
Well, obviously the 1,600 metres of the Castlemaine is going to suit your horse.
Yes, most definitely.
What about his condition? Do you think he'll improve too?
He blew up a little bit over the loins, so he's going to improve. He hadn't raced since Easter time, so there's a bit more room for improvement, I hope.
He didn't seem to step away cleanly. Do you think that the experience of the Australian barrier stalls will improve him?
Yeah, well, he's only been to the barrier starters time 5 times, so he's very inexperienced at this stage, but he'll improve for next time out.
As the experienced New Zealand jockey Peter Johnson, who rode All Glory. That's the first 4 from Eagle Farm. We'll take a break and come back and have a look at the Ansett Cup. Into Pete's Choice. He's not an entrant in the Elders Handicap, so as an Elders preview, it was a little bit disappointing. Pete's Choice defeated Colpack and Kingdom Bay, who makes up nice ground to finish third.
Plenty of speed with Phoenix Rising. Colpack began very quickly, and he's pushing through in the centre, and Regal Zest is showing plenty of dash. Midfield is Foreign Interest, then the Challenge. Atrapar's getting back with Burnett, Khan, Kingdom Bay, New Bliss, King Phoenix, and Manuan's last. On settling down as they race down the side, 8.50 to go. And the leader, Pete's Choice, 2 in front of Colpack, pulling very hard. A half length away, third, Daybreak Lover. Regal Zest and neck back, 4th on the outside. Phoenix Rising is 5th on the inside of Final Affair. Then Mr. Magic, Burnett, Khan, the Challenge. Kingdom Bay picking up ground in the middle. Foreign Interest on the inside. Then Manuan, well back, New Bliss, King Phoenix, and Atrapar last. Around the home turn, 450 metres to go. Pete's Choice straightens up nicely clear. A length and a half in front of Colpack, who's pulled to the outside. Daybreak Lover running on fairly well. Then Final Affair. Phoenix Rising under the whip. Regal Zest on the outside. Mr. Magic starting a run, and Kingdom Bay coming through in the middle. New Bliss pulled to the extreme outside. 200 metres out. Colpack loomed up on the outside. Poked his nose in front of Pete's Choice. Kingdom Bay trying hard with Mr. Magic and New Bliss. Pete's Choice is kicking again on the inside. He's just in front of Colpack. Pete's Choice and Colpack, they hit the line, and Pete's Choice won it by a neck. Pete's Choice first, Colpack second. Third, Kingdom Bay, then Mr. Magic.
Neil Williams giving Pete's Choice a well-deserved pat there as they went past the post. He did look beaten at the 200 metres where the West Australian Colpack had edged past him. In fact, this stage, Colpack's probably about a long head in front, but Williams going for the whip vigorously on Pete's Choice. He fights back. Now, the orange colours, 3 out from the fence, is Kingdom Bay. His finishing effort very, very good. On his outside is the 9-year-old Mr. Magic, who showed there's life in the old boy yet. Daybreak Lover, a solid 5th, without being a totally convincing Elders trial. And just out of camera range, or coming, his head just there, is Atrapar, the New Zealander. And I thought his effort not too bad either. So probably the best Elders trials to come out of that were Kingdom Bay, possibly Colpack, and also Atrapar. And Kingdom Bay is now the 4-to-1 favourite for next Saturday's Elders Handicap. The 6th event was the Grand Prix Stakes for the 3-year-olds, and it was expected to be a canter for the Toowoomba 3-year-old Prince Frolic. He was a little bit disappointing yesterday. Mick Dittman felt that he just wasn't himself. You'll notice in the early part, Prince Frolic inclined to race ungenerously. He's in red colours, about 3 off the fence, about midfield at this stage. The race goes to Our Sophia, well ridden by Peter Cook.
Prince Bourbon going fast, and so too is Purple Maze and Mr. Merrymaker. Portomeo Bay and Pagos Yarn trapped a bit wide. Our Sophia drifting back with Sea Road, followed then by Orchestration. Admiral Boy picking up ground over on the inside. Prince Frolic's back about 4th last, racing on the outside of Battle's Wake, just inside of Our Sophia. Then Ernst Pride, Cruair, Tristina, King Randell at the rear. Heading up the side towards the 1600. True Show continues to make play out in front. He's going keenly at the moment, leads by 2 lengths. Most impressive has moved up very strongly into 2nd place on the outside of On Stage. Over on the rails is Purple Maze, and Pagos Yarn 4th on the outside, a length into Prince Bourbon, followed by Admiral Boy, Portomeo Bay, then Mr. Merrymaker. Orchestration next on the outside of Battle's Wake, and then Our Sophia, followed by Sea Road. Prince Frolic a long way from the leader. He's 12-15 lengths from the leader. Tristina's next on the inside, then King Randell, Earns Pride, and Cruair. 1,200 metres left to go. Most impressive has now pulled his way to the lead. He leads by a length. True Show second. 3 lengths away third On Stage, followed by Pagos Yarn, and Purple Maze 5th over on the inside. A length and a half then to Admiral Boy, followed by Mr. Merrymaker and Portomeo Bay. Battle's Bake is next on the inside. Prince Bourbon up in about 8th place. A length further back to Our Sophia, and then Sea Road. Prince Frolic starting to improve his position now. He's about 3 deep. Our Sophia going with him. Over on the inside is Orchestration. King Randell now starting a run, and then Tristina. Cruair second last on the inside, and Earns Pride at the rear. Most impressive, nicely clear. 650 metres to go, and it's most impressive 2 lengths in front of True Show. 3 lengths away third is Purple Maze on the inside of On Stage. Then Prince Bourbon. Prince Frolic's right off the track as they race to the home turn. Then Portomeo Bay and Our Sophia. Over on the inside, Battle's Wake. Straightening up now, 450 metres out. Most impressive leads by a length on True Show. Purple Maze going for a run in the centre. Not much room there. Prince Bourbon swept up to them quickly on the outside. He's hit the front now. Mr. Merrymaker's running on strongly. Then Our Sophia and Prince Frolic Frolic. Dittman's got him under the whip, but he's coming out after these leaders now. 200 metres to go, and the filly has taken the lead. Our Sophia, she's just in front of Mr. Merrymaker. Prince Frolic struggling on the outside. Our Sophia's in front. Looks like she's going to win it. It's Our Sophia shooting clear close to home, and she races away to score easily. She wins it by 3 lengths. Our Sophia first, Mr. Merrymaker second, Prince Frolic third, then Tristina.
Well, the defeat of Prince Frolic robbed our Sophia of some of the credit she deserved, because she's a very good filly, and next week she's going to line up in the Derby, and she's going to be a short-priced favourite to take out the Blue Ruban. We had the Ansett Cup was the 5th event, and we had an interview with Noel Harris, which was supposed to go to air after the 5th event, but here it is now anyway. He rode the 3rd place getter Kingdom Bay.
How much ground do you think he made up from the home turn?
Well, you'd say about 6 to 8 lengths, I think. I had a nice run through, but Mr. Magic laid on me to say possibly about a furlong out. And the leader sort of got away a bit, and it was that last sort of half furlong that he really made the ground on the first 2.
On that performance, the 1400 next week's going to suit him a lot better.
Oh, definitely. He's sort of done something like rushed off his feet early, and on return to go, he'd lost the shoe. So I don't actually know where he would have lost it, but I'm very pleased with the way he's got home the last furlong.
Well, his trainer, Jack Taylor, knows the colt very well, but he has had a fair bit of racing. But are you of the opinion that he will be at his best next week?
Oh, definitely. I used to ride a horse called March Siege, and he was a tough horse, and he came over and won over here. And he's got a big heart, and he's the type of horse you sort of ease up on him, and he can get pretty fat on you, and he's sort of he can sort of fool you a bit.
Where would you like to draw in the elders?
Midfield, but if you drew out, I wouldn't be too worried. But if you drew in, I'd sort of be thinking a bit that could get into a bit of difficulties.
Where would you think he'd be running?
Well, possibly over 14 midfield, and you wouldn't have to go so quick on him early. And he's the type of horse that, say, 14 as mile is his best distance.
It's Noel Harris who'll ride Kingdom Bay, one of the top chances in the Elders Handicap next Saturday. And Mick Dittman, we spoke to after the Grand Prix Stakes. He finished 3rd on Prince Frolic. Most Queenslanders very disappointed that Prince Frolic couldn't score, but Mick certainly isn't riding him off just yet.
He never appeared really comfortable today.
No, but he wasn't. Oh, you know, I was always worried about him. He got back a long way, and you know, it wasn't the best run races, and he had to cover a lot of ground. I went wide on him. Probably didn't have the best of runs, but you know, in the run I was always sort of worried with him. He just wasn't sort of lengthening out with me like he usually does.
Coming towards the home turn, he'd improved his position, but it wasn't the dash of last week. He just sort of gradually wore up there.
Well, the other day he went up 4 wide to go forward towards the leaders at Donburn, and he just strode up there. He was stretching out beautiful. I was never worried about him covering ground the other day, and you know, I was always of the opinion it's probably the best way to ride him because he's got such a big stride, you can't interrupt him. But today, when I let him stride going up the, you know, towards the 600, he couldn't go forward, and he was struggling with me, you know.
I suppose theoretically, the purist would look at it and say he's failed at 2,200 metres. That puts a question mark on his staying power. But are you convinced that he is a genuine star?
No, I don't think there's any doubt about that. You know, I wouldn't put his defeat down to the 2,200 metres. But, you know, I just think there was something amiss today. I don't know what it was.
The track is a little soft. Could you blame that at all?
Well, you wouldn't think you could. Like, looking at the track and riding on it, it's, you know, it's reasonably good. They are chopping into it a little bit. But he wouldn't stretch out on it.
Mick, getting back to the Ansett Cup, did you see a horse there that impressed you as a good Elders trial?
I thought Kingdom Bay's run was all right. You know, it was a little bit topsy-turvy, the form. But I think he's a pretty good horse.
And you will be riding Foystan in the sprint?
I'll be riding Foystan, yes.
Like the good jockey he is, Mick Dittman shrugged off the defeat of Prince Frolic and bounced back to score on Secret Bay in the Whitsunday Welter.
Who's racing on the inside of On Grand Vitesse, then Secret Bay Cuba's Gold, followed by Zephyr Race, Kelly's Pool well back with Heroic Blaze, and then Sports Ruler and Northern Beam at the rear. Onto the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Our buddy joined by Princess Tiber and Vale. Report loomed up quickly 3 deep to join those leaders. Flying Nugget got a split in the centre, and he made a line of 4. Vari's Ace just behind him. Crawford over on the inside. Deal starting a run like a lunch to the outside, and then Zephyr Race. Flying Nugget whipped to the lead, 250 metres out. He raced clear, a length in front of Princess Tiber. In 3rd place is Vari's Ace. Secret Bay making up ground on the outside. Flying Nugget the leader. Vari's Ace coming at him with Secret Bay on the outside, storming home. Vari's Ace grabbed the lead. Secret Bay swamped him on the outside, raced to the front and goes away to win. Secret Bay first. Secret Bay has beaten Vari's Ace. Flying Nugget may have lasted for...
The Sydney 3-year-old Vari's Ace, who was second there, is still still in the Elders Handicap. He's going to struggle a little bit to get into the field, but his trainer Les Bridges hopefully will gain a place. That's him going out after Flying Nugget, the leader at this stage in the gold cap, Vari's Ace in the red, and then Secret Bay putting in the big strides on the outside in the breastplate. Vari's Ace momentarily hits the front, but quickly grabbed by Secret Bay, and Kelly's Pool rattling home out wide to finish fourth. Victory there to Mick Dittman on Secret Bay. Final event was the PJ O'Shea Stakes. This was a lead-up to the Brisbane Cup, and Our Boyfriend took over cup favouritism when he led throughout. A courageous effort this to defeat the heavily backed Fox Seal, and Port Fair runs on very strongly for third.
On the rails, and then Purple, then Valorous, Fox Seal, then Bastille. Further back, Noble Lad, Port Fair and Rock Show at the rear. On the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Our Boyfriend's the leader. He's pushed along. He's ridden hands and heels at the moment. Rush Cutter's going to get a run on the inside of him. He went off the track a little bit as they straightened up Our Boyfriend. He's still about a length and a half in front of Rush Cutter, who's under the whip. Gadachi on the outside. Fox Seal's getting a run in the middle now. He's coming home pretty quickly. Then Our Compromise and Port Fair. Our Boyfriend the leader. Fox Seal into the clear after the leader. It's Fox Seal going out after Our Boyfriend. Our Boyfriend joined by Fox Seal on the outside, then Rush Cutter and Our Compromise. He's not going to give in, Our Boyfriend. He's kicked again. He's a half length in front of Fox Seal as they hit the line, and Our Boyfriend go to woe. Our Boyfriend first, Fox Seal second, Port Fair third, then Our...
Obviously a very strong stay, Our Boyfriend, and he is a winner over the cup distance of 3,200 metres. He's going to be hard to beat. A look now at the TAB information from the Eagle Farm meeting. 13 and 6 the double, $171.50. The treble, 20, 13 and 6. A good dividend this, $1,064.60. And the extra double from Eagle Farm, 2 and 4, paid $65.50. Oh, a six pick, don't forget, 20, 40, 14, 13, 2, 6 and 4 at jackpots. No one taking out that combination. As you can see, Division 2 and Division 3, nice dividends. But six pick should be a big pool next week for Elders Handicap Day. Now, have a go, Bubbles.
And you're watching the Bart Sinclair Racing Show. He'll be back in just a moment with Racing from Sydney.
At the Sydney meeting yesterday, and the racing was at Rose Hill. It was a rain-affected track, probably slower or a little worse, but John Duggan adapted to the conditions very well. He scored a winning treble, and he was quickly into winning form. He took out the opening event on Morning Patrol, who defeated Crossroads. Morning Patrol in front at this stage, and hands and heels holds off Crossroads.
Prince of Jazz, and then the newcomer Rart Test from Placid River. Morning Patrol comes to the 200 metres just in front of Crossroads, and Harris has had to go for the whip on Crossroads. Morning Patrol safely holding Crossroads at the moment, and a good gap to the boys, but it's Morning Patrol showing no signs of weakening, and he's too good. From the outside alley, he runs them ragged. Morning Patrol, 3/4 Crossroads, a distant third to boys.
Second went to the solidly backed Tric Gold, who was well back at the home turn. He's the chestnut with the white blaze and the red cap, and he storms home to take the lead about 150 m out.
The inside run, room there if he's good enough to come through. Then Tric Gold, Bellarin and Glen Carolyn. Battle Action, Drop Rumours, Delta Sun the fence, followed by Tric Gold and Bellarin, both coming into it. They race past the 200. Tric Gold and Bellarin dash away from Battle Action and Delta Sun, and Tric Gold is doing too well for Bellarin at the moment, and Tric Gold is forging away on the drive to the line. And it's Tric Gold winning at about a long neck to Bellarin. Third posse, Battle Action.
Bluegrass Dancer gave Duggan his second win for the day. Well back to the turn, stormed home very wide out on the track, and it was a very impressive performance by Bluegrass Dancer.
Bluegrass Dancer taken to the outside, but is a long way from the leader, Imshar, at the 220. Imshar, 2 lengths spend a fortune, followed by Bluegrass Dancer, who's shifting right to the outside, but 150 to go. Imshar's rider pulls the whip. Bluegrass Dancer rushing down the outside. Oh, she's still going to get up, Bluegrass Dancer. She swamps Imshar, and away she goes. She's pretty good. And Bluegrass Dancer's beaten Imshar. Dead heat for third between on the outside Hot Classic and the Spend a Fortune.
Soroco Miss came home hard down the centre of the track to tip out Satin Sand, the 5-2 favourite in the fourth.
As they straighten a length clear on Dunn and Murray. Satin Sand, Harris immediately goes for the whip. Then Carlo's Girl, and behind them next is Avon Starkus. Then comes Annie Catherine weaving clear, and down the outer Soroco Miss, but Satin Sand picks up the bit, charges at Rocket Jane. Heads are off from Soroco Miss and Annie Catherine. Satin Sand in front under the big weight, but Soroco Miss, and good tactics with Annie Catherine. Soroco Miss is flying home, and it wins it. Soroco Miss has won from Satin Sand. 2.5.
The fifth went to front-running Guria, who repeated his last start win in a very impressive performance.
Setting sail for the judge, and Guria, by golly, he's a handy leader. He's about 3 lengths clear on Calaboose, who's starting to shift to the centre. Germanic's third, and then Rajaslava a Noble Connection, but Guria's going to take some beating. He has 200 to go, and he's about 4 lengths clear. Second posse at this stage, Germanic, and then comes Calaboose on the outside, but Guria's going to prove his win here on the 18th of May was no fluke. In the all-pink little Craig McCarthy, keeping Guria going, and he wins at 6 lengths to Germanic. Third home, I'd say Calaboose.
Win number 3 for Duggan came up in the 6th when he scored on Tandrio. He's the grey in front with the blinkers, and he goes on to defeat Ulan Boy, who runs on strongly.
Universal Lady, Vain Fury, and then comes at the head of the others, Ulan Boy. It's Tandrio racing towards the 200 metres, leading about a length and a half, Universal Lady. Meticulous and Vain Carrioi are gone. Vain Fury next, followed by Ulan Boy. It's Tandrio, a proven mud tracker, in front of Vain Fury. Ulan Boy right down the outside. Tandrio's in front. Ulan Boy's trying hard to pick him up. Tandrio just in front. He's won at Tandrio. Tandrio has led pretty well all the way to beat Ulan Boy and Vain Fury.
Consistent Beau Kingdom scored in the 7th event, solidly back to start 3-1. He was in control from this point.
Beau Kingdom takes over from Smoky Dale. Folsom third, then Shadow Medio and McCluskey, but it's Beau Kingdom looking good. Beau Kingdom about 100 to go, a length and a half clear. Smoky Dale and Folsom battle out minors, but Beau Kingdom blitzes them. Beau Kingdom to the line, a length and a quarter on Smoky Dale and Folsom.
Aromet was clear after they straightened in the final event. He looked under some threat from Dorica Galaxy inside the 200, but the favourite wouldn't go straight.
In second place, Royal Refund. Dorica Galaxy third, but under heavy pressure, but he is running on strongly. And then Pulsane, Lady Be Mine, Max Treasure, 100 to go. Aromet still in front from Royal Refund. Here comes the Galaxy now. Dorica Galaxy won't go straight. He wants to duck in. He's got to pull him off. Royal Refund. Dorica Galaxy, oh, he ducked in very badly. He's going to throw it away. Aromet will hold him at bay. Aromet by a length to Dorica Galaxy. He only had to go straight to win. He was a certain defeat.
That was the Rosehill meeting yesterday. Now the TAB information from Sydney. And the double, 6 and 7, $27.50. The treble, $488.70 for 4, 6 and 7.
Thank you very much, Bart, but you're not finished for the...
It's heavy. They seem to like wet tracks down there at this time of the year. And because of pressing commitments later in the show, we're only going to show you races 4, 5, 6 and 7. Some say that it's not worth showing the others, I don't know. The 4th event was the Mayfield Handicap, and a great finish here, a dead heat, Donburn and Topak.
Then Topak pulled out wide from Walgolmarang, and further back Donburn. Then Lebrano Lodger and Goldeck is struggling, running down 250 metres to go. Affected took the lead now from Donburn. Topak, Cobbler Boy, Walgolmarang. Then Goldeck, it's Affected the leader. Donburn and Topak are coming after him as they race to the 150-metre mark. Affected a length in front. Donburn and Topak are packing him back quickly though. Donburn, Topak, get to Affected. They go stride for stride. It's Topak and Donburn going to the line. Heads are up, and on the outside, Donburn. Donburn's got up to win ahead on the line, 2 Topak, 2 or 3 lengths away, third in the race, Affected from Goldeck. Then below...
5th event went to Lord Gruamach from Ranger's Son, who runs on solidly.
Solitary Star about a dozen horses away from the fence, straightening up, and further out Lord Gruamach going after him at the 300. Then Benlock back nearer the inside from Miss Etna, and Ranger Sun pulled out wide. Solitary Star grabbed by Lord Gruamach at the 250. They fight it out clear of Ranger Sun, Mevron Boy and Benlock. Lord Gruamach on the outside put his head in front with 150 metres to go. He's got to the lead from Solitary Star. Ranger Sun battling on well, but Lord Gruamach got clear. Ranger Sun coming home well from Solitary Star, but Lord Gruamach too good, and he wins a length and a half on the run of the line to Ranger Sun. A length and a quarter away, third Solitary Star.
The Steeple went to Fast Food, who started odds on, and he's a very bold leaper.
Fast Food has dashed away. It's Fast Food coming down towards the second last. Jumped it beautifully. 3 in front of Brigade. Then for the back, Lane's Ghost. But here's the last jump coming up. And Fast Food over it safely. A magnificent exhibition. Landed 4 lengths in front and come through the gap well clear. Brigade is battling on. Then a gap to Lane's Ghost. Fast Food the leader. He has to shake it up. It's 3 lengths in front. Now he's opening up Fast Food, and that's magnificent Steeplechase is running away. And it's the Harnett Hall AC jumping double today at Sandown. Fast Food, a brilliant winner, wins at 6 lengths to Brigade, 3 lengths further back, Lane's Ghost.
The 7th went to Past the Baton. Brisbane Cup favourite Nicholas John broke down in this. He's now not coming north.
Super Dude the centre, then Italian Verdict, and further back Zam Gary in the straight, 300 to go. Game Trooper the leader now from Desperate Sweet. Super Dude and Past the Baton joins in quickly. He's raced to them past the Baton on the outside with 250 to go, and revelling in the going, he's drawing away Past the Baton. Sprints away now from Game Trooper, Super Dude and Zam Gary, but Past the Baton is racing away to win easily, and Past the Baton drawing away for a brilliant win, wins at 4 or 5 lengths in the run home to Game Trooper, a length to Zam Gary.
We apologise again, running a little bit late this morning, only able to show you those 4 events from Sandown, but I've got no doubt we'll be back to normal next week, won't we, Pat?
We certainly will.
Kingdom Bay, who was spotting her 3 kilos, was very good too, and I think Kingdom Bay is going to be one of the stars of the Melbourne Spring Carnival, as will Canterbury Belle too. I think she's going to improve. The opening event at Eagle Farm yesterday was the Eagle Farm Stakes. It went to Sydney stayer Heroic Blaze, well ridden by Bruce Compton, to defeat another New Zealander, Cooper's Gold, who was a shade unlucky.
And then Hussar's Command and Rock Show. Only 4 lengths covering the field as they go over the crossing at the 600. And the leader, it's Valorous, a half length in front of Sandler Fair. She's coming out after this leader gamely, followed by Cooper's Gold, who's in a bit of a pocket over on the inside. Claim the Quest 3 wide coming around the corner, followed by Heroic Blaze, Hussar's Command, and then Rock Show. Into the straight now, just short of 400 metres to go. Valorous is the leader, taken on by Sandler Fair on the outside. Heroic Blaze running on fairly well, then Claim the Quest, and Cooper's Gold getting a run on the inside. 200 metres left to go. Sandler Fair's under a bit of pressure. Heroic Blaze has now taken the lead. Heroic Blaze a half length in front of Valorous, Cooper's Gold, and then Sandler Fair. And Heroic Blaze is starting to move clear close to home. Heroic Blaze is going to be too good and push right out at the end. He wins it by a length and a half. Cooper's Gold got second, Valorous third.
Dashing ride by Glen Killen gave Petruchio victory in the 2nd event. He was widely drawn, but Killen quickly hustled him up to get over on the fence, then drop back to take the box seat, and then was just a shade too strong in the straight for On Our Selection, who ran on strongly in Citrine. Killen was subsequently suspended for his ride in the early part. This stage he's running 3rd on the fence in the box seat on Petruchio.
Inside of Rhodey Rouge, followed by High Gita, who's starting to pick up ground, saving ground over towards the inside. Real Double next on the outside of Brandy Slipper. Cannett's next on the rails. Back second last is Darren Defy, and Gold Orm is last. As they run to the home turn, Ascanis is nicely clear. He dashed away 2 lengths in front of Lazy Dynamite as they straighten up. Petruchio running 3rd, followed then by Kadichi. Further back in the field, Citrine and Voyager to the outside with On Our Selection, and then Chapman. 250 metres to go. Ascanis is the leader on the outside. Lazy Dynamite is throwing down the gauntlet to Ascanis now. Petruchio's battling on fairly well. Citrine out wide, and running on strongly is On Our Selection. Ascanis is just in front. Citrine, Petruchio, and On Our Selection on the outside. Petruchio loomed up to go to the lead from Ascanis. Citrine, On Our Selection. They hit the line, and Petruchio's has just won. Petruchio has won it from either On Our Selection and Citrine. Finishing quickly out wide was Brandy Slipper.
Lovely ride, as I mentioned, from Glen Killen. One to follow there, the Melbourne youngster On Our Selection, who really rocketed home to just be beaten in a photo. 3rd event was the Wilkie Printers Graduation, and Mick Dittman, successful here on Amazing Gift, defeated Neil Williams on Linden Grove. My Blue Ensign, an improved effort to get 3rd.
But hard-ridden, then Marshall Air and Bless the Heavens. A length away Muted, followed by Magic Cobbler, then Commander Brown battles Wake, who's calling his second last with a big job in front of her, and Romantic Journey at the tail of the field. Orchestration led when they turned the corner at the 450. The boy pulled the whip and went for home. Orchestration led by 2 lengths to Tassie Shout, the first challenger. My Blue Ensign running on, in a space gone. Then Amazing Gift with Grey Blessing and Linden Grove on the outside. Orchestration fighting back, still led at the 200. Here comes My Blue Ensign and an Amazing Gift in the centre. Dittman drove Amazing Gift to the lead at the 150. My Blue Ensign going with it. Linden Grove trying to reach them. Amazing Gift in front. Linden Grove's driving at it, but it's too late. And Amazing Gift has won. Amazing Gift beat Linden Grove. My Blue Ensign 3rd. It was a run.
Then came the Queensland Derby. It was expected to be a cakewalk for our Sophia. She was odds on. It certainly didn't work out that way. She was beaten in sensational circumstances. We'll show you first the race, and then we'll come back and have a look at the crucial stage in the straight. Tristina, the winner here, she comes from well back to defeat our Sophia, and most impressive, a very good 3rd.
Trapped a bit wide with King Randell. Crew Air immediately drops out last. Ballyman's Boy, the leader, as they run to the winning post the first time. Ballyman's Boy joined by Prince Bourbon on the outside. And going up, King Randell to join those leaders. Sea Road a handy 4th, then Mr. Merrymaker on the outside of Ern's Pride. Purple Maze midfield over on the inside of our Sophia, a length and a half to most impressive. Tristina's getting well back with Admiral Boy and Crew Air at the rear. They run to the turn out of the straight. 1,800 metres left to go. Ballyman's Boy joined by Prince Bourbon. There's no speed on at the moment. They're just cantering along. Earns Pride is a length and a half away third, going a little bit erratically, and he bumped into Sea Road there, pushed him out 3 deep, followed by Mr. Merrymaker on the inside, and then our Sophia. She's settled beautifully. She's running 6th at the moment. King Randell next on the outside of Purple Mayors. The length into Tristina, then most impressive Admiral Boy and Crew Air last of all. Earns Pride loomed up quickly on the outside to run to the lead. 1,400 metres left to go. Earns Pride leads by a length. Prince Bourbon second. A head away third, Sea Road. Still no speed on. They're just jogging along at the moment. A length and a half away fourth, Mr. Merrymaker on the outside of Ballyman's Boy. A length to King Randell. Midfield is the favourite, Al Sophia. Purple Maze over on the inside. A length then to Tristina. Most impressive is third last, second last Admiral Boy. And last of all is Crew Air. Coming up towards the 1,000 now. Earns Pride the leader. A length in front. Sea Road running second. Prince Bourbon 3/4 of a length away third. Mr. Merrymaker's fourth on the outside. King Randell now starting a run on the outside of Ballyman's Boy. And then our Sophia. She's 5 lengths from the leader, the filly. A length and a half to Purple Maze. And then Tristina, most impressive. Admiral Boy now starting to pick up ground. And Crew Air's last. 800 metres left to go. Earns Pride a length in front of Sea Road. A length away third, Prince Bourbon. A half length away fourth is Mr. Merrymaker. Then King Randell, Ballyman's Boy, followed by our Sophia. She's just held up for a run at the moment. Admiral Boy next on the outside, and then Purple Maze, Crew Air, Tristina, and most impressive. 450 metres left to go. They're running onto the home turn. Earns Pride straightens up a half length in front of Sea Road. Prince Bourbon trying to work clear. Mr. Merrymaker on the outside running on fairly well. Ballyman's Boy's got to run over on the inside. Our Sophia, she's still held up for a run. She's back running about 7th. He's bringing it to the outside now. Sea Road the leader. 250 metres to go. He's just in front. Tackled quickly by Mr. Merrymaker. And here comes Tristina on the outside. Or our Sophia, she was badly checked. She lost a length or so. Tristina raced to the front. Our Sophia getting clear. She's making up ground at the end, but the bird's flown. And Tristina has won the derby. Tristina first. Second home, our Sophia, and third in most impressive, he flew.
The fillies fighting it out there, Tristina and our Sophia in the Queensland Derby. Now we'll show you this incident about just inside the 200 metres. Our Sophia is the one to watch in the yellow cap. Cook extricating her towards the outside. She comes up on the inside of King Randell. Now look at Mr. Merrymaker in the purple colours. Pelling going for the whip at this stage. Our Sophia coming up on his outside. Pelling hits Mr. Merrymaker a couple of times from our Sophia's nose, comes up just to his horse's hindquarters. Now you'll watch there one flick, and our Sophia went to savage Mr. Merrymaker after receiving that hit with the whip, and then got a second bump over the nose with the whip. It certainly cost her valuable ground at a crucial stage of the race. By then, Tristina had stormed down the outside and pitched a winning break. Our Sophia getting going again now, running on nicely, and most impressive. Ran a very much improved race to get third. Mr. Merrymaker just tiring in that last little bit to get fourth. Stewards looked at that film many times before deciding it was accidental, and it certainly was. Mike Pelling going for the whip on Mr. Merrymaker, and our Sophia coming into his range there with the whip. But our Sophia, I think she was decidedly unlucky, but the record book says that Tristina and Gary Willetts were successful in the derby, and Gary was pretty pleased with the filly's performance when we spoke to him after the Classic. Gary, were you giving yourself a good winning chance a long way from home?
Oh, I was, Bart. She'd travelled beautiful. She's a very good staying filly, and you know, I had the logical danger right in front of me all the way, so our safety, so I was pretty confident.
When you straightened up, you came pretty well to the outside. I think inside only one horse. Were you conscious of where our Sophia was?
Well, I'd been following Peter all the way, and Peter went for a run on the inside. I think it was of Mr. Merrymaker, and Tristina's a big strider, so I thought, well, I won't, you know, muck around. I'll go straight to the outside and let her go. And I got away, and you know, I've seen the replay, and I see Peter got in a bit of trouble.
Tristina, as you said, a very good staying filly. Looking towards the spring, Melbourne Cup prospect?
Oh, she definitely would be, because she stays so well, and you know, she doesn't pull, so you know, she's got to be a very good chance in it.
You're going to stay through the Winter Carnival now?
I would think so. Yes, Jeff's got quite a few good horses up here, and well, you know, I was pretty confident of winning today, so I hope the tide's turned and we're away now.
You've got a bit of spending money now.
Yeah, that's right.
Good on you, Gary. Good luck with the rest of the carnival.
Thank you.
Gary Willetts, experienced jockey, and landing the derby yesterday on Tristina. We'll take a break now and come back and have a look at the big one, the Elders Handicap. And it was certainly a Kiwi domination. 3 of the first 4 place getters from New Zealand. The winner, Canterbury Belle, beautifully ridden by Grant Cooksley. And I think that's an important factor in the Kiwi domination of Australian races in recent years. Has been the emergence of their riders. They've been much maligned over the years, but certainly they're more than holding their own in Australia. They're very, very successful jockeys and very good jockeys. And Grant Cooksley is one of the better ones. He scored here on Canterbury Belle, Kingdom Bay, Gallant in defeat, and the West Australian Coal Pack a great third.
Today, in fact, he's got his nose in front in the early part. Foystan just in front, but taken on now by Let Me Tell, who's showing plenty of dash on the outside, and he's racing to the lead. It's Let Me Tell, a length and a half in front. Fixed Flush now second, and Foystan settling into the box seat, a length away third, followed then by Mr. Magic on the inside, and then Flying Nugget, who's picking up ground. Daybreak Lover caught a little bit wide at the moment. A length then to Advert, followed by Coal Pack, who's nice and handy, better than midfield. Back along the inside, Vari's Ace, and then Canterbury Belle, all Chant trapped out a little bit deep. Over on the inside is Manu, and he's worse than midfield at the moment. He's drifting back on the inside of Final Affair. Then Kingdom Bay, who's well back. Haley's Hope and Foreign Interest starting to pick up ground on the outside. Well back is Mr. Illusion as they head down the side, and getting closer is last of all New Bliss back about fourth last. Running onto the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Let Me Tell, he leads them into the straight. He's a half length in front of Fixed Flash on the outside. Foystan running on gamely. Mr. Magic just behind them, followed by Vari's Ace. Coal Pack is looming up dangerously on the outside. Canterbury Belle is pulled to the outside. She's running on fairly well, and then Kingdom Bay, 200 metres to go. Coal Pack shot to the lead. He's a length in front. Running on strongly, Kingdom Bay on the outside with Canterbury Belle. Coal Pack in front, slowly but surely. Kingdom Bay is cutting down the leader, and Canterbury Belle is flying on the inside. Canterbury Belle grabbed the lead, and she's won it. Canterbury Belle first. Canterbury Belle has won it from a great go. Kingdom Bay at Trapar flew on the inside, and Coal Pack is in that photo.
Very good filly, Canterbury Belle. She had only 50 kilos, but I think she's a class filly, and with a break now, she should come back in the spring and be one of the stars of the Melbourne Carnival. We'll show you the slow motion now. You'll notice Cooksley carefully extricates Canterbury Belle to the outside. That's her with the breastplate and the red colours. Further out is Manuan, and then in the orange colours is Kingdom Bay. This point, Coal Pack a dash clear, and he looks set for victory. But here comes Canterbury Belle in the centre. Kingdom Bay on the outside actually gets in front of Canterbury Belle at this stage as the two of them chase after the third horse. In front of Coal Pack, of course, and Atrapar making up plenty of territory over on the inside, and down the outside, Mr. Illusion. Some good runs in this. At this stage, Canterbury Belle, the last few strides, gets the better of Coal Pack. Kingdom Bay just dying on his run, and on the inside, it was Atrapar flashing up to get fourth, and Atrapar is now going to be set probably for the Donburn double, and he might be one to keep in mind for the 4X Cup in particular. That's going to be run on July 13. Well, the successful filly there, Canterbury Belle, has been well trained by Dave Kerr in association with his wife Jan, who rides the filly all her work. And we asked Dave just after the race what were the future plans for this great filly.
Dave, magnificent performance by the filly. The big question now, is she going to run at Donburn?
Well, I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I think she's really had enough and she earns the rest, you know. But it all depends, I suppose, on the handicapper and the owner and what have you, you know.
She's not a big-framed filly. She's certainly a tall filly, but is she difficult to train?
Well, she is a bit, but, you know, she's a natural horse. She gets no vitamins, no nothing. She's not trained by any veterinary assistants.
Were you worried at all in the run today?
No, when I seen her up there about midfield, I thought, well, she's good enough to beat them.
Are you looking at coming back to Australia in the spring?
Well, we could do, I don't know, because Americans are interested in her, whether she goes to America or we take her there, I don't know. She should be a very good filly in America.
You have sold two previously there?
Yes, yes.
And how do you rate her with a horse like Gaffer?
She's a bit better than them, yeah.
All right.
Not much, but she is a bit better than them.
OK, well, if you do come back to Australia in the spring, I guess you'd be looking at a race like the Cox Plate, weight for age race.
Well, yes, probably miles. She actually is a terrific miler, you know. That's a pet distance at the moment.
OK, well, we hope you stay on for Donburn. Congratulations on your elder success.
Thank you very much.
Well, the Kiwi domination continued because Our Buddy blitzed his rivals in the Kidston Flying, Royal Crest and Prince of Nime filling the placings.
Well, he's going up to vie for the lead. Our Buddy pulling very hard, races to the front. Kentish running second, followed by Argonaut Rose, who's showing plenty of speed. She's flying up on the outside, moving to third. High Sport fourth on the inside of Prince of Nime. 2 lengths then to Sparkle Free, moving up on the outside of Min. Zuno Patira, Raheen Sun, Royal Crest getting back. Then Kai Time and King's Promises last. 800 metres left to go. Our Buddy the leader, a length and a half in front of Kentish. 2 lengths away third, Argonaut Rose on the outside of High Sport, 2 to Prince of Nime, and then Sparkle Free. Min's over on the inside. A length further back then to Raheen Sun, who's picking up ground. Uno Patira on the outside, and then Royal Crest, Kai Time, King's Promises last. Around the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Our Buddy nicely clear. He kicked away from them. He's 4 lengths in front. Kentish running second, High Sport third, Argonaut Rose fourth on the outside. Prince of Nime picking up ground, then Raheen Sun, and further back Sparkle Free, but Our Buddy is running them ragged at the moment. He's about 4 lengths in front. They've gone for the whip on him. It's Our Buddy, 4 lengths clear. Prince of Nime in second place. Royal Crescent, Sparkle Free making ground on the outside. But this is a great display by Our Buddy. And ease down. He wins it by 3 lengths. Our Buddy first, tied second and third. Royal Crest, Prince of Nime and Ra.
Sustained speed there from Our Buddy to run his rivals ragged, and it was an all-the-way victory also to Prince Ashlar in the 7th event, which was the first Verve Clicquot novice, and Prince Ashlar didn't really give them a look in.
On the outside of Aqua Copper, Sheer Force is up nice and handy. He's raced up to about 5th on the outside, followed by Princess Regal's Super Grand. It's a ripper, given a couple of cracks with a whip by Cook to get his mind on the job. Azamor's well back in the field. Our Mandolin next on the inside. Further back then came Ballet Master. Rafferty Rules as well back as they run onto the home turn with Lakeside Lad and Gravelly Boy. Straightening up now, 400 metres left to go, and he's gone for home on Prince Ashlar. He kicked away from them, 2 lengths in front. Blazing Keel running second. Lord Penn on the outside, battling on fairly well, and then Blue Ariat and Sheer Force. Prince Ashlar still the leader, 200 metres to go. He's got a nice break on them. He's 3 lengths in front of Lord Penn. Sheer Force looks the only danger on the outside. He's running on fairly well, but Prince Ashlar is nicely clear with 50 metres to go. Breaking up ground on him, but the post is going to be too close. Yes, he just won. It's Prince Ashlar first by a neck. Second, Sheer Force, and third, Aqua Copper. Then
a top finish to a top day's racing in the final event with Top the Ton and Gavin Duffy and Plain Cover and Peter Cook. 2 great jockeys, and they really had a titanic struggle over the final 100 metres or so. It looked as though Plain Cover was going to get past Top the Ton, but Gavin Duffy had other ideas and really in his vigorous best to get home here. And saved bookies a very big payout. Plain Cover heavily back. Third was Flighty Joe, who battled on well, and Sir Biscay in 4th place. This is the final event. Top the Ton running second on the outside at this point.
Right off the track is Luck J, Zip Off, and then Roy Demore, Solitary Queen, and then Sunny Melody, Lord Radiant, Diver Sun, and skiing into the straight. 350 metres left to go. Fleming about to be joined by Top the Ton on the outside, and Duffy has now taken Top the Ton to the lead. It's Top the Ton and Fleming locked together. They're about 1.5 lengths in front of Plain Cover, who's under a little bit of pressure. Flighty Joe boxing on fairly well. Hasten Jason and Zabiscay down the outside. Top the Ton just in front. Now Plain Cover coming at Top the Ton. It's Top the Ton and Plain Cover. Top the Ton ahead in front of Plain Cover. They're drawing to the post. They hit it. Top the Ton. Top the Ton first. Plain Cover second. Tight third. Flighty Joe or Zabiscay.
Yes, Top the Ton and Gavin Duffy getting the prize there in the final event. Look now at the TAB information from the Big Elders Day meeting at Eagle Farm. 17 and 10 the double, $319.30. 10, 17 and 10, $4,284.30. The extra double from Eagle Farm, 10 and 12, $116.30. And 6-pick? No 6-pick. Tricky? No 6-pick. Well, if you got it, you know the dividend. We'll take a break now in our racing segment and come back and have a look at Randwick. He certainly was in fine form there at Randwick yesterday. And Lord Ballina, one of his winners, is Brisbane bound. He's coming up for the Rothmans 100,000, so looks like he's going to be one of the top chances in the big sprint on July 6th. First event at Randwick yesterday didn't start so well for the Smith stable. They were second here with Jukebox Jury. The winner was Double Row, who's in front. Hands and Heels was able to hold off Jukebox Jury comfortably.
About 4 lengths to Mad Maxine and Yatinsky. Double Row's going all right at the 200 metres. He's 1.5 lengths. Jukebox Jury hanging in. 2 away, third Golden Prince, and then Mad Maxine, but it's all Double Row. The rider has a quick peep. Jukebox Jury won't go straight, and Double Row's going to win it easily. Double Row, 1 length and 3/4 Jukebox Jury.
Second went to Sparkling Century, well handled by Ron Quinton. Third on the fence, gets past the leader, Stately Queen in the straight.
And then a gap to Thoroughly Modern, Go in Style, Royal Rendezvous, and then Wonder Miller. Around the corner they come, and the leader, Stately Queen, about 3/4 of a length on Sparkling Century. 1 length to go softly, Royal Rendezvous hugging the fence, and then comes on the outside Thoroughly Modern with Little Bay Blue. It's Stately Queen, 2:20 to go, really being taken on by Sparkling Century, and Sparkling Century cruised up on the inside to head Stately Queen, then Royal Rendezvous. But Sparkling Century is starting to streak away from Stately Queen, and then Royal Rendezvous, and Quinton has an arm with a break.
Third went to Max Treasure, who was on the fence behind the leaders at this stage, had to be switched across their heels in the straight, but went on to defeat Dr. Clockwork.
Max Treasure's on the rails, and the others headed by Green Habit. Around the corner with 400 metres left to gallop, and Buchanan allows Whiskey Toddy just a little more rain. It's a 1/2 length Mystic Realm. Max Treasure can't get a crack at them. Here's Dr. Clockwork. Whiskey Toddy's in trouble now because Dr. Clockwork and Mystic Realm have raced away from it. Max Treasure, he'll be hard to beat. He's pulling to the outside, but Dr. Clockwork's pinched a length length. Mystic Realm second. Max Treasure's warming up. He's coming quickly now. He's still going to get up. And Max Treasure romps it in. By golly, he would have been something beaten.
First of the Smith Stables treble came along in the fourth. Ma Footer, who was sent home from Brisbane the last couple of weeks, she goes on to score a nice win here from Aspirations, the leader.
Around the corner they come. Ma Footer setting sail after Aspirations. Iverlass the outer clear of Rumours. Soroco Miss getting up on the inside, and the others headed by Tristram's Girl. At the 250 metres, Aspirations tackled in earnest by Ma Footer. In third position is Iverlass, and then Tristram's Girl battling on. But Ma Footer takes the lead narrowly from Aspirations. Tristram's Girl won't go on with it, but Ma Footer starting to drive away from Aspirations. Tristram's Girl and Soroco Miss with Walk with Kings go to the line for third.
The fifth, unfortunately, we have no call here. The winner was By Folk, ridden by John Duggan, who was successful in the previous race. Beau Kingdom, the favourite, finished second, and Joe Ortu third. Now, as they swing for home, it's By Folk moving up swiftly on the outside to go out after the grey horse and hits the front at this stage. Now, Beau Kingdom, ridden by Quinton, is there at the right time, right on By Folk's heels. At this stage, it looked as though Beau Kingdom was going to run past By Folk, but under desperate riding by John Duggan, going for the whip there, By Folk kept kicking, and in the end, it was a three-quarter length winning margin to him over Beau Kingdom. By Folk ridden right out. Joe Ortu finished third, and Holborn Court, the grey horse, fading fourth. The sixth event was also won by the Smith stable. Zephyr Ty is in front at this stage. He'd been there most of the way. He went on to defeat Ara King and Battle Action.
Leads as it comes around the bend. The first challenger is Battle Action, about 4 lengths to Ara King and a further 4 or 5 towards Mistake. Zephyr Ty runs over the 300 rise, a length and a half Battle Action. Holding him at the moment, Ara King on the outside. He's plugging home at the 200 metres. Can this bloke keep going? Zephyr Ty. Ara King moves to second, followed by Battle Action. But it's Zephyr Ty. He's still 2 lengths on Ara King, is not going to pick him up, followed by Battle Action. Zephyr Ty is tired, but so are those behind him. Papa's favourite runs on, but Zephyr Ty all the way.
Lord Ballina moves up here 3 wide at the home turn to challenge for the lead, and he goes on to record a very impressive victory. Grey Condor getting second.
Anything Tudor first around the corner, a length and a quarter clear on Grey Condor, and on the outside next is Lord Ballina. A further 2 lengths Sovereign Faloo, Wholesale Boom, Vain Carrioy, and then So Tip. And Mr. Godson would need to get a shake up at the 200 metres now, and Lord Ballina cruised to the lead. And Lord Ballina, he looks the winner at this stage from Anything Tudor, and then comes Grey Condor, about 2 lengths to So Tip, running home pretty well, but it's Lord Ballina in front. He's in absolutely no danger of defeat. Grey Condor second. Anything Tudor might hold on.
Future Tricks gets a nice run through on the inside to take over about the 150 metre mark in the final event, and held on well to defeat McCluskey in the yellow colours.
At the 400 as they top the rise now, and the leader is still Minstrel's Joy. He's about a length and a quarter on Steel to Steel. Mr. Jonathan's being hard-ridden at the moment, not making much headway. Future Trick sticking on, McCluskey coming into it, followed by Regal Decree and Lady Nuke, but McCluskey races to the front. 100 metres to go. It's McCluskey the leader. Future Tricks is cutting it down on the inside, however. And Future Tricks raced up and headed off McCluskey, who's kicking on. Future Tricks just in front. He's going to hold McCluskey, and Future Tricks has won it narrowly from McCluskey. Third home.
That was the action from Randwick yesterday. Look now at the TAB information from that fixture. The double, 2-1, $82, and the treble, 3-2-1, paid $372.90. We'll take a break now. Well, the track was heavy. The jockeys had to steer a pretty wide course in the straight to search out some better going. It was a race caller's nightmare. The opening event went to Savant in the hurdle, and he certainly relished the conditions. Ran on strongly, finished up scoring by 8 lengths from With a Vengeance.
He's coming home very stylishly with 2 jumps to go, 400 to run. With a Vengeance in front, but Savant raced up on the outside to tackle him from Wild Native as they go over the second last. And Savant put his head in front. Long Line went through that one. Savant got a neck in front of With a Vengeance, then a further back Wild Native, Rock Fun, then Captain Apollo, but Savant comes to the last. Jumped it very well, and he's home now. Savant drew away from With a Vengeance. Further back in the field, Wild Native, Rock Fun's battling on well on the outside of him. But Savant is starting to draw right away, and he's much too good for them. And Savant on the run to the line is going to win it about 5 or 6 lengths to With a Vengeance. 4 or 5 away, third Rock Fun. Fourth home is Wild Native.
Second went to a pretty promising colt, Red Opaque. Ran on very strongly in the blinkers and the white cap out wide, and sprinted away from the 200 metres.
Followed by Red Opaque, Norgwin Force. Loaded Cannons back behind them. Yorick getting up on the rail. Lord of Kingston back second last when they turned for home. Well back with it was All Smoke. We Are Surprised, My Regard, and Knock Lofty last of all into the home straight, and Racing Fun pulled out wide. 400 to go, and it's on the inside go Benny, grabbed by a clear. Yorick poking up in the centre. Lord of Kingston from a mile back getting up on the rail and grabbing them. Red Opaque out wide. Red Opaque swept to the front with 250 metres to go from Racing Fun. They'll fight it out clear of the others, followed by Hetty Main and Loaded Cannons, but Red Opaque raced away at the 100-metre mark. Oh, this is home Red Opaque. It's well clear of Racing Fun, Hetty Main, and We Are Surprised, and Red Opaque is going to bolt in. Wins it about 3 or 4 lengths in the run to the line. Second, Racing Fun, 3 lengths away. Third is tight. It's We Are Surprised.
Quite a startling finish to the novice steeple plate. Crown On looked 100 to 1 chance until the last 10 metres. He makes up a mountain of ground to defeat Contract.
2 to Contract, battling on an 8 lengths further back in the field, then Crown On. They've got 1 jump to get over, 300 metres to run. Casey Boy the leader. Wren's Pride coming after him again on the outside. Moved up to Casey Boy. Casey Boy shifting ground. Wren's Pride on his outside. And Contract getting up on the fence. They run to the last. Casey Boy shifted out badly again, about a length in front of Wren's Pride. And Contract getting up on the rail is battling on well. At the 200-metre mark, they're jumping all over. Casey's Boy. Contract got up on his inside. Wren's Pride's only plugging. Contract has got through to grab Casey Boy. Crown On from a mile back is coming home well, 100 to go, but Contract in front. Crown On finishing quickly. Casey Boy fights on from Wren Pride. Contract in front. Crown On and Glenleith are getting out of the ground. Contract just in front. Oh, I think he might have won. Crown On has lunged at him. Nothing in it. Contract and Crown On.
The fourth went to Donburn, who sizzles home down the centre of the track with a well-timed run to defeat Cambridge Boy, who ran on fairly.
The setter followed by Mighty Shane under the whip and getting right up along the inside. Hard against the fence now in the field as race through to join the leaders. Hard against the rail in the field over on the inside. Went up to tackle Donburn, Palace Intrigue. Then Top Act and further back then Cambridge Boy. All Flower from a mile back from Calais. In the field against the inside of the 300 with Palace Intrigue and Donburn. Donburn on the outside put his head in front of Palace Intrigue, and in the field the others are a fair way back from All Flower. It's Donburn getting to the front with 150 to go. From a long way back Cambridge Boy, and down the outside now All Flower. But Donburn got clear with 80 metres to go. He's going to go on and win Donburn. He'll get the money. Comes away to win it about 3 lengths. Cambridge Boy got up to run second. Third, there's a wall of them. Top Act in the field. Palace Intrigue and All Flower.